Hey, lovies. It is me, Tiffany Haywood, aka TheMrsTee. Today I'm here as Tiffany Haywood, blog and brand consultant, and I am introducing a brand new series that I'm starting during this whole COVID-19 thing. I've really been watching a lot of our small business owners and admiring them for the way that they've figured out how to adapt and adjust to the challenges that they've come across. And I decided I wanted to talk to them, especially the ones that I've seen make some really cool and unique changes to their business and their business strategy in order to still be successful and to maintain their customer contact during this time. So today is the premiere episode, and I am super excited because I get to talk with one of my favorite downtown business owners. Of course, they're all my faves. They know I love them, but Tianna Dean is my guest today, and she is the owner, along with her husband Mike, of Cornerstone Design Company, as well as Hummingbird Candle Company. So I'm gonna bring her in on the screen, and we're gonna do like a short little hey intro kind of thing, and then we're gonna start asking her some questions. All right, so let's bring Tianna in. Hey, Tianna, unmute. How are ya?
How's it going? I'm good.
That's awesome.
Navigating technology.
I know. Like, we have to adjust because there's like a slight time delay. So, like, guys, if you hear us and we sound like we're over talking each other, it's because we actually can't hear each other for like 2 seconds. So it's kind of weird, but we'll get there. But Tianna and I were talking a little bit about like this whole mompreneur remote working type situation. If you can see behind me, I have like my kids' homeschool desk all lined up on the side of my room. Tianna was just explaining how like her office is now a hallway. But how have you been adjusting so far?
Girl, the small business struggle is real, even without a global pandemic going on. So,
right.
But the awesome thing about being an entrepreneur is it teaches you to be dynamic. It teaches you to go with the flow and adjust. And the hot word right now is pivot. Small business owners are not strangers to that word. We pivot quite often. Right now we're just pivoting under a bit more stress than we normally would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think one of the key things about being an entrepreneur is having that ability to quickly adjust and quickly adapt to something that happens. And even like you said, without a pandemic happening, we normally have to do that pretty much on a daily basis, whether it be to come up with a new product, to come up with a new marketing strategy. But I've been watching Hummingbird Candle Company, and I'm like, I'm like an Uber fan anyway. But when I saw you like change your marketing strategy, and I saw how you like when you had to close down the brick and mortar on Hay Street, I saw like their online sales hit, and I was like, this girl is doing it. Oh my gosh. And yes, we know the buzzword is pivot, but of course, me being me, I had to come up with something else. So I was like, she's like totally adapting and adjusting. And I was like, and there are so many of the other downtown businesses doing the same. So I was like, you know what? I want to chat with them and see what that whole mental process was. So let's backtrack. Like, what are we now? Quarantine day, like 55,000. Let's backtrack to the start of all of this. And when you first realized, like, okay, I'm going to have to make a few adjustments, what was your thought process on how to get that started?
To be 100% transparent, it was all over the place, to be honest. I struggle with ADD, so it makes it a little bit more challenging to zero in and collect my thoughts on a regular basis. I absolutely love my team because they are patient with me, and they know that there could be one moment I'm like, oh, we should do this. Oh, we should do that. Oh, we should do this. And they're like, okay, which one are we going to do first? And they kind of, reel me in a little bit. But to be perfectly honest, in the very beginning, it was more of a panic and paralyzing fear. Not even gonna lie. It was, what can I do? What should I be doing? And when you have that overwhelming sense of fear, that I think that the majority of everybody felt at some point in time, whether you were a small business owner or not, it was kind of that mass hysteria. I'm frozen. And that it was my initial reaction was freeze. Like, what are you gonna do? But then, so I decided that I was going to take 3 days. I took 3 days to do nothing. And if you are a small business owner, you're naturally creative. I mean, everybody is creative because God is creative and He made us. So we all have that creativity inside of us. So, if you take a moment to not do something creative and to not be thinking forward and to not be working on something, it's only going to take 3 days before you're jumping out of your skin with ideas and needing to having that urgency to move forward and to do those things. So in the beginning, it was freeze. And then I decided I was going to take a break, soak it in, and honestly enjoy that small pause of I don't actually have to be running at 100 miles an hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then after that third day, I was like, okay, time to let's do this. Like, we're not going to just lay down and die and close. And, we got to get back to business.
And I think that's a key point. Sometimes you do have to seriously just take a minute and just like, okay, I'm going to breathe.
Yep.
Because I don't have ADD or whatever like that, but I do have a case of OCD, and I'm a real super like perfectionist. I see all the details.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's not so good because you see the stuff that other people don't have to worry about, and you're just like totally focused in on it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to do the same thing. Like, okay, so I work from home, or I have worked from home, all of that before, but then I made the transition into working in an office. So this whole return to home situation, I really had to take a pause too, because I was like, okay, wait, I got the kids again. They're going to be like right here. Yeah. And sometimes that pause moment gives you a chance not only to just breathe, but to collect your thoughts and to think a little more clearly, because sometimes you can't always just react. Sometimes you literally have to just like wait on it. And as a person of faith, I know you can understand. Sometimes you have to just wait to hear God too, because if not, all you hear are the crazy voices in your head.
All of the social media posts and all the, incorrect articles,
misinformation. Yes.
It was very easy. And that is another thing that I did. I took a break from social media. I manage our social media for both Hummingbird and a Cornerstone. And I do enjoy doing that. But I had to go silent for just a very short amount of time in order to, really just collect my thoughts and get in prayer and say, okay, God, what is the next move for us? How do we navigate through this?
Yeah, and it's different for every business. And I think that's the reason why I wanted to do this series, because I'm trying to talk to businesses in different areas, in different like they have different whether they be service or product based, because all of us have had to adjust in a different way. I mean, my business is not like an actual physical product. You know what I mean? And a lot of people have taken for granted that, hey, well, she works at Seed or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but I also have 2 other businesses on the side that are taking a hit from this whole situation. And I had to sit there and go, okay, I need an alternate income plan. Like, I need something else to happen. And I'm sure that was part of your process, because I know you have the store, you have Cornerstone right there on Hay, which I love. Like, I'm always like, hey, Tianna. But you had to adjust, because once they announced the whole like social distancing and hey, no more stores open unless you're essential, everybody's Googling, am I essential? Like, do I matter? And I mean, even that, the wording of it can almost send you into a panic, because you're like, so wait, I'm not essential. So like, what does that mean? How do I do this? So like when they announced that whole like shutdown and no, your store can't open its doors anymore, where did your mind go? I know you already had an online presence, but where did you think, how are we going to adjust this to work?
Yeah. So when they announced, and honestly started slightly before they announced that we couldn't be open, we are, of course, if you know Cornerstone, we build custom furniture. Mike had to definitely, adjust staffing, because, we can't have people close to each other and things like that. So for him, it was adjusting like, well, we need to move a lot of equipment into our garage so we can keep, moving forward and building the builds that are already on our schedule.
Yeah.
And then for Hummingbird, our life source of that business is our candle making workshops.
And it's all close.
It's all close. We love our people. We are, it's all about community and being together and, choosing your scents and pouring these candles. It is very hands-on.
Yes.
And
look with your jars, like, and like the first thing I was like, oh my gosh, like what is she gonna do?
Yeah, like you're smelling, you're touching, you are, sitting next to each other, which under
way less than 6 feet.
Way less than 6 feet. And under normal circumstances, it's an awesome experience. But that lifeline was immediately cut. That was no longer.
And I have to admit, I worried for you just based on that, because I've had a hummingbird candle experience and I was just like, okay, how's she gonna not, like, how is this gonna happen? Like, I don't want this to go away, but how is she gonna do this? And I'm girl, I started praying for you because I was like, please, Lord, like send her an option, send her like a brainstorm, because I want this to work for her.
Yeah, we are not giving up. We are not laying down. We definitely believe in our community, and we believe in the service that we are providing our community, a chance to reconnect, disconnect from the world, and create an awesome a product that you can actually take home that's useful. There's so many awesome things about candles, which I won't even go into, but it's not just, a frivolous thing,
No, it's not. I mean, yes, it's a mood, it's a vibe. It's almost an empowerment, because I remember when I made mine and you guys explained to me, like, write an intention or something on your wick stick. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is awesome. It's more than just pouring wax and taking a couple whiffs of some cool fragrances. It's not just, that's not all it is.
So I had to, it came down to, what do we have? What resources do we have right now within our grasp that's not going to require a large investment in a time where we need to be saving every penny so that we can get through this as best as we possibly can. What do we have right now that our ideal clients, our people love? What did they love about us, and how can we continue to provide that service to them in a time where people are stressed out, unsure? There's a lot of fear going on right now. And so that's when we decided to create our at-home candle kits, because not only is it a fun activity when you're stuck in the house, but scent and fragrance, it changes your mood. It can make you feel relaxed. It can make you feel awake and, energized. Lots of different things. You light a candle and it's very romantic, so that is where our brains kind of went. How can we continue to love on our community? In a way, it's this even exchange. Like, we pour ourselves into this product and into these items, and in order to love on our people, and they love us back by purchasing them and then taking that love with them. So it's just an exchange of love, and we are very thankful for our people who have, continued to order in such a, an unsure and uneasy time for a lot of people. But one of the things that my business coach said to me, because she immediately was like, bam, on it, like, let's come up with some strategy, let's do this. She was like, there are a lot of people being affected in this time. Everybody's being affected in some way, shape, or form. But not everybody owns a small business, and not everybody is out of work. Not everybody is out of a paycheck. There are a lot of people that are okay in that financial side of things.
And looking for an outlet. They're looking for something to do while they're all stuck at home. Absolutely. And so you can become that. But really quick, I do want to tell everybody who's watching, this is not just me and Tianna time. We want you to comment. So leave your comments in the comments below. I can see them and I will answer them. If you have questions for Tianna, post those below. I do want to say too, anybody who has had their own hummingbird candle experience, give a shout out. Let us know what you did, whether it was in person before COVID or whether you've had a take-home candle kit. Let us know in the comments because we would love to know about that too. But yes, I think it's amazing that you've been able to take that community that you built and that loyalty that you established before all of this started and maintain it. And like you said, there are some of us who aren't necessarily struggling to the point where we don't want to still support our small business owners and the businesses that we've come to love. So let's talk about exactly what the Hummingbird Take Home Candle Kit is, because I know I was like super excited to call myself is it a chandelier? Not a chandelier. Oh my gosh.
You and Brandy, who owns Love, and Mike are the three people who love calling a candle maker a chandelier. Like Mike loves that word. He's like, it just sounds fancy. I think the ladies
I know. You feel like so super like whoa.
Chandler. It's a Chandler.
Chandler. Okay. Chandler.
The candle maker. Yeah.
So now you can be that in your four walls of your home. So like how is the kit set up? What is the process? Like tell us about that part.
Yeah, so we took, after that 3 days of downtime, it was go time, and we got online and scoured to find the best quality supplies for candle making at home, but tried to make it as affordable as possible. At that point, in the COVID craziness, people weren't shipping like they normally shipping. There was lots of delays, and there was lots of companies that said, we're not even shipping out anymore unless it's like an essential item, you know, that's going to help battle this COVID. So that was a big hurdle and challenge. Another one was my perfectionism. I'm like, well, this has to be perfect. I want a pretty pink box that it's going to show up in. And I'm like, okay, dial it back.
Relax, you're okay.
Yeah, it's going to be just fine. So we put together a candle making kit with all the supplies you need, almost all the supplies you need to make 2 or 4 hummingbird candles at home. So you get a container of wax. You get 2 different fragrance oils. We just decided to do 2 of our top 10, all-time bestsellers that people choose over and over and over again. And you get a metal pitcher, and you get the thermometer. I mean, everything you need to be a fancy chandler at home. That's exactly what you get.
And I love the fact that on your social media, because that's kind of my thing. So like I inadvertently stalk people's social media all the time, and like so I always love seeing you when you show the hands-on behind the scenes of what's happening. And you have like a really cool post that you had up of you actually packing one of the take-home candle kits. And I was like, this is so freaking cool. Like, like to see all the parts and the pieces and what's going into it. And it just gives that more of an experience type of feel and letting them know what they can expect. And then on top of that, you went and showed us how you and Mike made a date night of it. So like you're just giving all these extra ideas of how this can work and how this can help you like get away from the craziness.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, candle making is not, when you get the kit, it's not hard to do because we've already done all the hard work and the chemistry side of things on what's going to make a very clean burning, eco-friendly candle. So you don't have to think about that. All you have to do is open the box, you pull out the instruction sheet, and then you get to get going, which is really fun. I mean, it's cool because you can do it with your kids. Mila and Titus, they are 6 and 4.
Total mom moment right there. I do that all the time.
7 yet? No, she's 7 in June. But
I do it all the time. Like I'm like, wait, I know this. I promise.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good. It's fun for parents and kids. But it's also fun. It's super fun. Like I said, for a date night. I get to make candles all the time, but it's not in a relaxed and I'm gonna
Because you're in teacher instructor mode. So now
right.
you get to like relax and
Yes,
chill, have a glass of wine, just
yes,
like enjoy the moment of it
yes,
all.
yes, which is really fun. And the intention part of it, writing that wish, hope, dream, or goal on your wick, it was just a really fun time for me and Mike to kind of connect because we're both so much in like go mode right now of okay, I've still got to maintain and get this done. Now we are full-time homeschooling a child and, trying to keep our businesses afloat. So it was a nice time.
Okay, so you just gave me like the perfect segue into like the balance of things now, because as a small business owner, especially now because we're forced to work from home, on top of adapting and adjusting our business and our marketing plans and how we're going to reach our clients and how we're going to stay connected to them, we also have to add in that juggle and balance of having kids, even a spouse at home with us. And how is that going? I know Mike, he does all that, the building and the like, he's amazing all on his own, but I know it can still be difficult sometimes where you're just like right here with each other and you're like, okay, I might need a moment or I might need to breathe.
Yes, yes.
So how is that all going?
Girl. One, I feel very blessed and very lucky that my husband is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy for us to flow in and out of that ebb and flow of, being overly lovey-dovey and in that romance mode to nobody's in romance mode 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No, like this needs to get done. Come on, let's do this.
Right. Right. But it's cool because we're always in best friend mode. So we made a chore chart for one, like
you guys are good
for everybody because you have such a big family. It was, in the beginning, it was like everybody was kind of like blah and spread to the four winds. Well, I'm gonna focus on this thing and I'm gonna focus on this thing. And it was like, okay, y'all, but we're all in the house and
let's bring this in together.
Right. So, just getting organized and setting those expectations of who's going to do what and when saves a lot of arguments and just balancing out, okay, if you need to build in the morning, then I can do some of my marketing things in the evening. So I'll take point man on the kids in the morning and then you'll switch off at lunch or, setting those realistic and concrete expectations of who is going to do what definitely has been helpful.
That's cool. I mean, like, I know on my end, my husband is an essential first responder. So like him being home is not really an option. So my whole thing is trying to balance between me and the kids because they have these darn packets from school and online classes and Google chats and mom, my youngest came up to me and was like, they want me to make a volcano. I was like, is that optional? Because I opt out. I am not doing a volcano. I was like, that is not something that's happening right now.
Right.
And it's just like I was telling you before we went live. So you guys know I'm with Seed as well as a business consultant, and we're remotely working. So we're on our same 8 to 5 schedule. And so we log on, we're on Facebook Messenger, and we have our tasks that we have to do for the day. And my kids are coming in and out, and they're like, Mom, let's go outside. I'm like, no, because technically mommy is working. And so you're right, like finding that balance. You've already got to jump on me, though, because I do not have a chart. I do not have a schedule. I mean, I'm pretty much like, I made it through the day. Yay, let's celebrate. But
a family as big as ours, we got to have some kind of.
Oh, well, I have 6.
schedule.
So, I mean, like, we're kind of on the larger end, too.
Yeah.
But luckily, the 2 of them are still in New York. And then the older one, he's working, the 23-year-old. So it's me and the younger set.
Yes.
But yeah, I get the large aspect, and I definitely do okay, this is what you need to have done today. And this is what has to happen. But just like finding that balance is what is key. It definitely is key. Like even today, like everybody was still asleep when I came in here to set up, and I sent text to like we have like a family group text. I'm like, do not knock on my door. Do not come in here for the next hour because mommy is working.
Right. Yeah, I came downstairs and the kids were like, do you have on makeup? Like, where are you going? I'm like, well, I've got to get on this chat. And they're like, oh, okay. Like,
Oh,
they were
well,
very shocked.
yeah, we are definitely in the mode where the kids are like, are you putting on real clothes? What's going on? Like, because we're like so stuck at being home. They're like, why are you getting dressed? Is something, what's happening? And forget it when they see me pull out the mask. They're like, oh, are you going to get groceries? Because that's about the only reason I leave the house now. So you're going to get groceries, right? Here's my list. Like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. But I did want to do really quick for those people who may not even know about Cornerstone, which if you're Fayetteville local, I don't know how you don't know about Cornerstone, but just in case you don't, tell us a little bit about Cornerstone and how you're adjusting for that side of your business. Because I know Hummingbird, you have the take-home candle kits, and I know Cornerstone, Mike does the tables, but how are you adjusting for the other products and stuff that you have there?
Yeah, sure. So our mainstay for Cornerstone is custom built for furniture. We have the privilege of sitting down with you and taking your ideas and your thoughts about, this custom piece. And my very talented husband will draw it up, make it come to life. People bring us their Pinterest page or their restoration hardware inspiration and say, hey, I really like this top with this base, or can we mix and match? And, he makes that happen. So normally our design appointments are in person. It is a face-to-face, very personal experience. Now we do our design appointments virtually. We are using Google Hangout for that. Google is like the core of our business, G Suite, and all of those things. We use all of them very often.
Mm-hmm.
So using Google Hangouts for our design appointments makes it very simple, because I don't know anybody without a Gmail. And if you have email, it's a free service. We send over the invite to your Google Calendar, and all you have to do is click a button, and you can do it from your phone, you can do it from your computer, and it's just like almost like a FaceTime. And so we have switched over our design appointments to be virtual, which is pretty cool. The other side of things, as far as like our home decor and lifestyle items, we have tried to make sure that everything that is in the store is on our website, which is a big undertaking. Hey, Jillian. Good morning. And making sure that they are available for people to still browse and see, on their own time. One of the things in that first 3 days, when I decided to just take a break, I'm in the house more than I've ever been in my house.
Like, I know it now.
Yeah, I do. And it was, we moved into this home a little over a year ago, and there was hardly anything on the walls. And, I'm the decor person, that's what I do for a living. And yet my house isn't decorated. So that is what I did those first 3 days. And I think a lot of people also resonated with that. Like, oh my gosh, I'm at home and I never realized
this wall is completely bare.
Like, couch is looking a little rough, or I need, to do a little bit of update, because if your home is your sanctuary, it is where you get that break and relief from the outside world. And right now we really have no choice but to be in our homes. So if I got to be inside, it's going to have to be some kind of organized and some kind of beautiful and inspiring. It just calms the mood. Oh, I love you, mommy. It makes you feel different. Everybody knows how it feels to walk into a room and it is chaotic, it is unorganized, there's toys everywhere, there's shoes on the floor, somebody's got dishes in the sink. You can't think in the most effective way. You can't communicate, you can't even love in the best possible way when you're kind of in that chaos. So a new pillow might seem frivolous, but
necessary.
Mood of the room, and it really makes you feel a whole different kind of way when you walk in, and it's it's nice and it's neat, and it makes you feel calm, which is the same way with the candles. I mean, you walk into your room and it smells like your teenage son's socks. Then when you walk in and you've got this lavender and chamomile candle burning. So
you said that a lot of what was available in Cornerstone, the store is now available online. So we're taking this opportunity to scroll for them to see how to reach you guys online.
Yeah.
And what's your typical order process? Like, I know you have your inventory listed. I'm going to see if I can also share your actual website, but go ahead and tell them a little bit about the order process.
Yeah, it's super simple. Going to our website, we tried to make it just like you were in the store, minus the hugs. You click on shop at the top of the page, and it's going to break it down into categories, whether you're looking for candles or furniture pieces, or you want a candle kit, or home decor. You click through, you pick your favorites, add to cart, and there is a coupon code that we've only shared with our email subscribers. But I love Mrs. T, so of course we're gonna give the tea with Mrs. T.
Yay!
If you order over $100 worth of items, you can get free shipping by using the code FREESHIP. And we've had lots of people take advantage of that so far. And yeah, we are packaging up orders daily and shipping them out.
That's so amazing. And I think that's really cool too, to give them that extra, like, hey, this is how much we appreciate you and thank you for supporting us, even though it may not seem like the ideal time. So thank you for giving our viewers and our watchers. I'm going to scroll at limited time only, you guys. So I'm taking that off in a minute. So like write it down or grab it and go order, and make sure you support a small business downtown. And speaking of support, I also noticed, because yes, I've been stalking you just a little bit, I've noticed that you are also, not only you changed the marketing for your own business and changed your strategy and how you're connecting with your clients and your customers, but you've also started to collab. You've always been a collaborator, which I always give you kudos for, but you're still collabing even during this whole crisis and process, because I saw that you've partnered up with Circa 1800 and become one of their, I guess, the benefits of ordering their date night. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you guys came up with that.
So let me tell you, Brandy, if you guys do not know the owner of Circa 1800 and her story, it is phenomenal, and you'll have to ask her and hear it. But Brandy is a woman after God's own heart. She has the biggest heart. She is so much about community. It makes me emotional just thinking about her, because I love her. So Brandy reached out to me and she was like, hey, I want to support downtown. If you can hear that, those are saws going. So
Mike is at work.
He is actually living this gorgeous island, which I need to go take a couple of pictures of. It is, oof.
Oh my gosh. So you guys need to go follow Cornerstone so you can go see those pictures.
A picture of this sneak peek of this island, because it's gorgeous. But anyways, Brandy reached out to me and she said, it was just so much on my heart to support small businesses. So if you know anything about our city, and this is true for probably most cities, but definitely for our downtown, because we are what people like to call up and coming. We are building this community and this space where we want our people in this city to come down and enjoy and work and eat and shop and play and spend their time. Downtowns are the heart of the community. So when they closed non-essential businesses, and it was only restaurants that could do curbside pickup and be open, Brandy immediately wanted to make sure that the rest of us weren't falling behind. So she reached out to me and said, hey, we're doing date night, food pickup, and I would love to have one of your sexy candles in here for the date nights. And I cannot tell you how invaluable that has been to us, that her reaching out to us and collaborating and putting one of our candles in those date night kits has been the difference between making zero sales or making some sales.
Yeah.
So, being able to, work together, and her using her reach and her community to support all of our communities, and, the hugest blessing.
Priceless. And I think what I love most about our downtown community. It's a legit community,
Yeah.
because even especially now, I've seen so many ways that business owners are helping to support other business owners, and I'm super excited to say that I'm actually going to have Brandy on next week to talk. So yeah, it's like so awesome. Like when I saw what she was doing, how she's collabing and how she's making up these super awesome kits and keeping her business thriving despite what's happening, I was like, yeah, I have to talk to her. So guys, make sure you tune in next week, because we're going to get a chance to talk to Brandy and see like how her thought process is going too. But if you guys are watching, I'm scrolling down below. You guys can actually see all the businesses downtown that are still offering their services, that are still open, and that still need your support, especially now. Cool Spring Downtown District has started a site, Downtown Phase Strong. And if you go to that site, you can actually see everybody who has curbside, who has pickup options, who has online options, who has gift card options. For those of them who can't open now and maybe don't have an actual product, maybe they're service-based. I know Morale, who's watching right now, she has the hair salon. She's offering gift cards so that you can purchase, because girl, you know this hair is gonna, I was trying to strategically angle my camera so the grades don't show from the top. So, you know, we're all going to need hair did, nails did, all that good stuff. So get your gift cards now so that you can get that secured, so that you can maybe bless another friend and have them like looking good once this is all over. So make sure you check out downtownfacestrong.com so that you can support them, and make sure you have like give them that extra little push that they all need right now. And I'm just super, super proud of all our downtown business owners and just Fayetteville in general. Like we are resilient. We're made for things like this, and I know we're going to come out even stronger and better. But we did have a question. Tanya Michelle Jones, I'm going to scroll that for you real quick so you can see it. She wanted to ask, how can she get closing gifts for her clients right now? She has a closing in 2 weeks. Look at you getting orders and whatnot. All right.
Go ahead with the closing.
Won't he do it? And look at her getting closes and stuff.
Yeah, so I love Tanya. She is a local real estate agent, and we have a lot of agents that come to Cornerstone for closing gifts. We got a lot of cool things for that. So super easy, Tanya. And I was actually thinking of you. So we just rolled out another product line, a candle line that we are calling Let's Celebrate.
Yes, I saw that. That was on my list.
Yeah, so we have a happy birthday candle. We have a congrats candle. We have a you got this candle. And the one that I was thinking about you, Tanya, was our welcome home candle, which I will have to send you photos, or you can hop on our Instagram. I'll post about those a little bit more today. But they are 13-ounce candles. It says welcome home on it, which is absolutely perfect for, you know, a closing gift. But if you are used to, we like to spoil our people. So sometimes they like to, you know, create and curate, you know, gift boxes or things like that. 2 ways that you can do that. One, you can hop on our website, and if you see what you love, click, 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 add it to cart, use the free ship and get the free shipping. But also, I am still monitoring our social media like a hawk, of course. So if you reach out and you're like, hey, I want this, this, and this, I want it boxed up pretty, we always do free gift wrapping. So we'll be happy to put it in a cute little box and ship it out to you or your clients.
Yay. So Tanya, I hope that answered your question completely. I'm so super excited that you asked that question and gave Tianna a chance to shout that out. I did show the Celebrate Candle line as you were talking as like a little side screen so she could take a look. I think that is such an awesome idea. As always, you're like amazing when it comes to just coming up with new things in different and unique ways. I have scrolled down that discount code again for the orders over $100. Guys, this is exclusive to us. You usually have to be on her email list to get it, so take advantage. And so Tanya said, thanks, babe. So hopefully those orders will come in soon. We also have a comment from Kalisha. She's like, that is so creative. And yes, Kalisha, like Tianna never fails to amaze me with what she does and how she does it. Let me see. I actually think I've covered all my questions. You've
Ooh.
been totally awesome, and I loved chatting with you, Tianna.
Yeah,
As always, I miss my Tianna girl hugs. I can't wait.
no, girl, we're gonna throw a big old party when this is all over because you know I'm a hugger, and if you've ever come into my store, I've probably hugged you, whether you were an introvert or an extrovert. I can't help it. It's just how I love people. You know, I got to reach out and touch them and squeeze them.
It's your love language.
It is my love language, physical touch. I got.
Yes, and Kalisha, she's another one of those. I always tell her hugs give me life, like because she hugs you so tight, like you can feel all the love coming through the hug.
Have a hug off, girl. Come down to the store.
What? You should. I mean, hers and yours are neck and neck. I'm telling you. A hug from you and a hug from her can change my whole day. Yes. And I was telling somebody earlier, I was like, now, like, okay, so you know that I'm naturally an introvert. Like, I'm not really an extrovert person. Yes. Which a lot of people don't believe, but honestly, I am. And I was telling Caitlin the other day, I'm like, my introvert side is really kind of happy, but that 10% extrovert in me is like, okay, I need to go somewhere. Yes. Like just a little bit. So I told her, I was like, listen, once this is over, I need invites to everything because I'm going to be
and I might actually come. My introverted self might actually
I might actually say yes and not like have a last minute can't show kind of thing. Like,
oh gosh. Oh, I love you.
I love you, Josh. Thank you all. And I'm so happy for everybody for tuning in. Tianna, I just want you to let everybody, again, I'm going to scroll it, but I want you to let everybody know how they can order their take-at-home candle kits, how they can get in contact with you, your social media handles, all that loveliness so that they can make sure to get you.
Yes, you got it. So I'm Tianna Dean. I own Hummingbird Candle Company and Cornerstone Design Company. We are in beautiful downtown Fayetteville at 240 Hay Street. You can find us on Facebook at Cornerstone Design Co. or Hummingbird Candle Company. Same thing on Instagram. It's at Cornerstone Design Co. or at Hummingbird Candle Company. Somebody stole our Hummingbird Candle Co.
Anyway. Oh,
no. And you can also hop online to our website at FayettevilleFarmTables.com or HummingbirdCandleCompany.com. We would love to chit chat with you. We are monitoring our messages. We are still here. We, if you're on our email list, be on the lookout because we got some really fun things coming your way. We're working on sending out a, what does your zodiac sign say about your candle, your signature candle fragrance. So
wow.
Can we figure out your signature fragrance by your zodiac sign? And another email that's on the way is 10 benefits of burning eco-friendly candles. So lots of fun things, some fun quizzes. If you are not on our email list, you definitely want to join that. You can do that on our website by just clicking the contact us page or the Stay Connected link. But yeah, we're here and we are doing our best to continue to love our community. And we are so very thankful and appreciative for every order, every shout out, every page share. We love you guys.
Yeah. And Lisa says, thanks for sharing and have a blessed day. And then Kalisha said she wants to do a hashtag hug sandwich. I'll just be in the middle. You guys could just give me all the love. I totally cannot wait. And guys, just for my little like end of chat type plug, don't forget next week, I'm going to be here as many small business owners as I can talk to. I'm going to talk to them. I think I have 3 scheduled out so far. Next week is going to be Brandy from Circa 1800. I'm super excited to have her on. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Subscribe to my email list. Also, there's a quick way for you to stay in touch with me. If you see below, text 31996, just text th.com to that number and you can join my text community and I'll make sure I send out notices to you about the upcoming lives and who I'm going to be talking to and when and all that great stuff. You can also follow me across all social media as thaywood.com. You can see how it's spelled down below. And then I also want to make sure that you guys share this video. Make sure like you watch it on a replay, share it with your friends because we want to bring exposure to what our small business owners are doing here in Fayetteville and how we are making sure that we stay downtown Faye strong because I'm super proud of the community we've built and I know that we're going to make it through this and we're going to come out better than ever. So Tianna, thanks again so much for joining me today.
I appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do for the community. If you are not following Tiffany, you should be. If you need help with your social media as you do this pivot and you don't know what to do, you definitely should be calling Tiffany because she's your girl. So
yeah, definitely drop me a message. I have no problems helping anybody. Send me a text message, a DM, just be like, help, I need help on something really quick, and I got your back. I promise you. And I'll see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place. Thanks, Tianna.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Bye.